I'm your host, Tony T. As we broadcast live here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We're going to get you out of here well before the top of the hour. We'll give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And to deliver those winners, our professional handicappers over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today. Whether this is Brian Biller, Al Ninos, Jay Briggs, got James Clark with us, David Racy, and Rod Zawacki. And here's how they'll line up for this evening. We've got Bittler, Racy, Briggs, Ninos, Clark, Zawacki, and then I will close this one out. All right, action tonight here for Major League Baseball. 14 games on the board here as we do have a game in progress. 8-2, Nationals leading over the Mets here, top of the seventh. So Nats are looking good here. Remember, they've been doing well against left-handed pitching. They pound them again. And then, of course, we do have that one NHL hockey pick for you as well. So let's go ahead and let's get this one underway. Let's welcome in Brian. Billy always gets a start here. He starts the week off for us here on the drive-thru. Catch him over at Pick Dogs. We'll bring in Brian Biller in right now. Brian, what's happening?
Tell you what, always happy to be on the drive-thru on Monday with all my good friends and fellow all-star handicappers. I've got a great, I think it's a nice card for tonight. A little small, but there's some definitely diamonds in the rough for today.
Looks that way, no doubt about that. And, of course, we got West Series. The Phillies had a pretty good series there against the Rockies facing the Giants. Giants coming home here. Giants favorite here, -11. The total sits now at 9.
Yeah, for me, this one I was flip-flopping back and forth on the side, but I think on the total I'm going to roll the Giants and Phillies to go under the posted total for the drive-thru. Phillies will try a little bit something different with Connor Brogdon opening the game. He's been money out of the bullpen, 2-0, 2.61 ERA, and a 1.16 whip. Phillies got shut out in Colorado, something you don't see very often. You got Alex Wood is going to get the start for the Giants, and he's been through just 11 innings, a 2.46 ERA, a 1.64 whip, and I think Wood's got the stuff to hold the Phillies down. Giants and Phillies have gone over in 4 of the last 5 meetings. I see both teams struggling to score runs tonight. The under has cashed for the Phillies 4 straight overall, and the under is 5-1 for the Giants last 6 games following a loss. I'm going to take the under 8.5, 9 here in the Phillies and Giants game.
All right, we got Brian here with the under the total here. Phillies and the Giants in this one. Yeah, there's some. It's not Colorado anymore here for these Phillies. They're going to be playing here in obviously a pitcher's ballpark here in San Francisco. Falter's had some of his issues. You've seen there the strikeout rate kind of low here. It does give the home run, but again, it's the Giants hitting that you're always concerned about here. They're not really getting it there. And of course, both pitchers are susceptible to walking batters, so that's the one thing you got to really sweat out, I think, in this one.
Yeah, like you had mentioned earlier, Bailey Falter, who's going to be pitching the bulk of the game for the Phillies, does give up a lot of contact. But I feel like the Giants lineup is kind of weak, and the Phillies didn't look very good yesterday. Not that means a ton for today. I just think they're going to struggle to hit left-hander Alex Wood here, who's a veteran, seen the Phillies before.
All right, there we go here. With the Brian here is going to be on the Phillies Giants under total of 8.5 runs. This one have a start time here, 9:45 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, Brian, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. Of course, Brian sporting some pretty good numbers. Look at the numbers Brian has put up here for Major League Baseball. It's been impressive here. When you take a look at Brian over at Pick Dogs, 1,314 units of profit. MLB, that is all documented over at Pick Dogs. So when you go over to Brian's handicapper page, go down to pick history. There you're going to see every play that Brian has released over at Pick Dogs. Has been quite an impressive number there, Brian. All right, we do have still 14 games on the board here from Major League Baseball, as well as that one big hockey game tonight. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
As always, my best play on the board is always my titanium play, and that is in Major League Baseball. Today, you can get my $19 titanium play. It's 20, 10, and 1 over the last 31. That's a 67% hit rate. And then long-term, that titanium play, 161, 113, and 1. That's over the last 275 $19 titanium plays. So make sure you head on over to pickdogs.com, pick that up. Or you can get my 3-pack, my Monday Pound Zone 3-pack that includes that titanium play. I got 2 baseball, one NHL going tonight. Definitely going to try to keep the hot streak going into this week.
Yeah, keep that hot streak going in with Brian Biller over at Pick Dogs. From great results there in Major League Baseball. As Brian was mentioning, he does have those titanium wager up there. It's doing well. We do have that promotional $19 premium play up there. Remember, all the individual plays sold at Pick Dogs, the one-day passes are sold with a credit guarantee, meaning they must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Of course, the long-term pass will also serve you well. 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. You get all Brian's premium plays for that period of time you select. When you go over to his handicapper page and you make that purchase, remember the promo code there is PICK at checkout, and you will save yourself pretty good sum there of money there. You're going to save yourself 15% off. That 7-day pass is always a great way to roll here on a Monday, because you'll get all of Brian's 7-day premium plays for 7 days. He'll be ready to roll here, guys. So get ahead and get signed up with Brian Bittler, as he's been doing great work here on the side. All right, Brian, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again end of the week.
Look forward to seeing you on Friday. That's Square Dancing Friday. I'm going to get my shoes shined up, hopefully stay red hot, and I'm going to stay tuned to all my fellow handicappers here. Check out Rod. I know he's up soon, so you guys take it easy. Have a good night.
You do as well. Brian Bittler here on the drive to. Let's continue on here with our coverage. Let's welcome in David Racy to the show. You'll catch him over at Pick Dodge Pim. David, again, performing well here over on the site. Was also a contributor in written form. We'll find more about that towards the end of the segment. David's contributions here on Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. We'll bring him right now. David, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How are you doing?
Doing great, Art. Here we go tonight. 9:40 Eastern Time features Diamondbacks here on the road to face those Oakland Athletics. Maybe they make it some closure here on their new location here pretty soon with some breaking news coming in today. Maybe near into the strip here. But anyway, D-backs laying about $2, total of $9.
Yeah, Oakland this year has been a disaster, and they've been one of my favorite teams to fade in this early part of the season. They're 9-33 this year. They've lost 7 of their last 8 games by at least 2 runs, and 26 of their 33 losses this year have come by at least 2 runs, which is 61% of their games. So I'm rolling with Arizona minus the 1.5 in this one. Oakland is starting Drew Rachinski. He's been roughed up lately. In his last 2 starts, he's allowed 10 earned runs, which is just over 8 innings pitched. Arizona's going with Merrill Kelly, and he's allowed 1 earned run in 3 of his last 5 starts. So he's been pretty good. That Oakland offense is kind of hit or miss, but they're mostly on the miss side, and I like that Arizona team to win by at least 2 runs tonight. All
right, we got David here says go ahead and take Arizona here on the run line. Minus 1.5 runs, minus 137 here against the Athletics. Yeah, they have shown improvement at the plate, these Diamondbacks, although it's been better at home. But again, they're going to be facing some poor pitching tonight, right? A starter who has a horrible ERA, and then you got that mess of a bullpen here from Oakland that's sitting there with an ERA of 7.
Yeah, it doesn't matter who's pitching for Oakland, it seems. They may have one starter, maybe Sears on a good day. But yeah, Oakland has been roughed up. And to your point, Arizona's top 5 in the MLB for batting average and runs scored. So they're hitting the ball well. They're scoring runs. They're doing better than I thought they would. I know the NL West can be tricky, but they've started the year strong, and I like them here. And on top of that, in their last 4 Monday games, they're 4-0. Oakland is 5-21 in their last 26 interleague games. And the A's are just 14-47 in their last 61 game ones of a series. So all signs point to an Arizona win, and I think they get it by at least 2 runs.
Can't argue that one here. There's no doubt about that. The way these they just continue to pile up losses here to the run line. I think there's a streak of run line losses here as well here for these Athletics.
It is. It's ridiculous, and I mean it's entertaining to see how they do it. Like I was watching the Oakland Texas game I think yesterday, and it was like 3-3 in the 8th inning, and then I got up to do something with my kid, and I came back and it was still the 8th inning, and then all of a sudden it was 11-3. They gave up 8 runs in that 8th inning. So they make it fun. You never know how they're going to do it, but they always seem to let their fans down.
Yep, it never fails. Never fails there. All right, David here on the D-backs run on. Lay the 1.5, minus 137 here against Athletics. This one to have a start time here of 9:40 Eastern Time. All right, David, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, we mentioned here that big hockey game on the board tonight, as well as still 14 games on the board for Major League Baseball as one already started. 9-2 Nationals, bottom 7th pounding the Mets tonight. That one big hockey game. Great results from David here in Major League Baseball. You see the results here for 2023, 1,010 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dog Stream. All right, David, lots of action tonight here for Major League Baseball. In the hockey game, what do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, I have my MLB 3-pack. Almost just about every day I have an MLB 3-pack, except on those really small Monday or Thursday cards. But I have my MLB 3-pack. I'm over 57% in the MLB this year and over 63% in the last 7 days. And then I do have a play on that hockey game tonight. I have my NHL premium play. And yeah, so it's a great time to join, either just myself or pair me up with another capper. And if you're looking for a long-term package, that's the best value we have. So head on over to Pick Dogs Premium and check it out.
That's right, guys. I got over with Dave Racy over at Pick Dogs Premium. See the great results, 1,010 units of profit. Also showing great profit over the last 30 days. MLB 3-pack up there from David. Also a premium play from NHL. But again, you may consider the long-term passes. You want to try out David? Try him out for that 7-day pass. All of David's premium plays for 7 days. All his MLB. Remember, the NBA playoffs begin tomorrow with the Western Conference Finals. We got Eastern Conference Finals this week as well. So lots of NBA, lots of NHL in that 7-day pass. Pick as a promo code. You'll save 15% off at checkout. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, David, it's always great having you show. To that success. We'll talk with you again next week, if not sooner. But I know you also contribute over to Pick Dogs and Sports Chat place in written form.
Yep, free pick article over at pickdogs.com. You go to the website, there's a tab, free picks, and you get all the articles. Myself and all the other writers, we do just about every single game, MLB, NBA, NHL. Great spot to find some stats, get some resources, and get a free pick. So head on over there and check it out.
There you go. Check it out there from David Racy over at Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place and get signed up for that 7-day pass with David. All right, David, continue that success. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, I appreciate it. Thank you, Tony.
You got a David Racy here on the drive. We'll continue on our coverage. I'm going to address a comment here. Josh at Hurd says, I see Connor Brogdon starting for the Phillies. Connor Brogdon will be the opener. Bailey Falter will be the primary pitcher, seeing the bulk of the innings tonight. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-through. Jay Briggs up next. Catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. Of course, you guys, I hope you catch the jam session as we begin the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. So this will be some exciting shows there here from Jay. And, of course, you catch that morning drop every day here in the mornings here over on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Then he comes in live 4 p.m. Eastern time on game nights. Let's bring him in right now. I think we're ready here for Jay. I think it's almost his vacation period, right? as we get a break between NBA and football. Jay, what's happening? What you gonna do with yourself?
What's going on, Tony T? How you doing?
Doing great. All right, here we go. Interesting, good AL East battle tonight. You have on tap for us. Yankees on the road here to face the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays going to be favored here at minus 148. They got the big guy, Alek Manoah, on the hill. Looks like Johnny Brito will be a primary pitcher, getting the bulk of the injuries. They're trying to figure out how to use Brito. Maybe they're going to kind of disguise him as just coming in relief here to get the bulk. He's had some struggles. Blue Jays favored minus 148, total 9.5.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Should be a good game tonight. For me, I'm looking at the Blue Jays in this one. I'm going to take them on the money line. I expect my guy Alek Manoah to have a better game, man. He's one of my favorite pitchers in the league. I know a lot of people like to give him jokes, and he's had a pretty rough start to the season. ERA up over 4, 1-3 record. But in my opinion, I really like this guy. I think he's going to have a bounce-back season, kind of like I talked with Ron Romanelli and Mike D earlier. I think he has a bounce-back he has some bounce-back coming his way. And I think tonight could be the start of that. I think he has a good outing. The Blue Jays, we can start there with them as well. They've been dominant at home this season. I really love what I've seen from the Blue Jays at home. And Jimmy, I think he's been playing kind of above his means today. This year. I think the Blue Jays get to him, and the Blue Jays continue to be dominant at home. So, all in all, I expect some positive regression for my guy Alek Manoah, and I expect the Blue Jays to continue hitting the ball well at home. And I think they get this win today.
All right, Jay says go ahead with the Blue Jays. Lay the minus 142, 148. Do your line shopping, get the best numbers. Of course, we're using the sharpest book in the world here as our line here on this one. But there are some minus 142s, minus 141s all over the place right now over on the in the books right now. Yeah, Manoah's had his issues, right? You're in your 5. The strikeouts down to 17%, 13% walks. You got to be careful here because this Yankee lineup's starting to wake up. Of course, they got the big man back in the lineup, Judge.
Judge is back in the lineup. That's good to see. I actually saw the game. He got hurt. It was against my Rangers. I was in attendance. But I'm glad that he's back in the lineup for them. They're definitely a better team. And you can see almost the moment he got in there, the team started to hit better and play better. So, Yeah, the Yanks, they should continue to have a better season. I just don't think tonight's the night for them, going up against a red-hot Blue Jays team that just swept Atlanta, who was really dominant on the road coming into the series. So I think the Blue Jays probably continue to stay hot.
All right, so we got Jay here on the Blue Jays minus 142 against the Yankees. Again, if you're good, you may see Jimmy Cordero. Again, they're going to use an opener here for an inning, and then it's going to go to Johnny Brito for the bulk innings here. Blue Jays minus 142 against the Yankees. This one, they have a start time 7 p.m. Eastern time. All right, Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight's action. Of course, we do have still 14 games on the board here from Major League Baseball, showing good results here over the last 30 days, 862 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. That one big hockey game tonight, a team near and dear to you, in action tonight. Jay, what do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony T. I have just one play for sale. It's my favorite play on the board tonight. My $19 Major League Baseball play. Off to a great start in the majors to begin the year, man. So we're just trying to keep that rolling. No NBA tonight, but I do have an MLB play for sale, and I have one for the long-term clients. So you can hop on that play tonight. And, so I'm super excited. No hoops tonight, but I got a game that, like you said, is very near and dear to my heart. See if my Stars can close these boys out in 7. It's going to be, Dallas sports. They let me down all the time. We'll see if tonight's one of those nights.
Yeah, these Kraken, they're tough out, man. They're tough to get out of there. So get on board here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Great results last 30 days, 800 and now 72 units of profit, going great profit over the last 7 days as well. All documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board with Jay. Jay does have his $19 MLB play of the day up there. Of course, all the one day passes credit guarantee, meaning it must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back to your account for site credits. That is profit. That is credit guarantee. But the long-term pass will serve you as well. Here we are on a Monday, that 7-day pass, all of Jay's premium play. 7 days, baseball, the hockey, and of course we got the NBA with those Western and Eastern Conference Finals beginning this week. All right, Jay, as always, great having the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow, but let everybody know what plans here as we get into the Eastern and Western Conference Finals. You're planning here with your live shows here with at 4 Eastern time, those morning drops.
Yes, sir. To be honest, we're just going to go schedule as usual. If they got a game, we're live. If not, we're going to take the day off. So I know we're moving to 1 game a day, but, hey, I love it, the conversation with everybody. And so we're going to continue it on through the finals. So even with the 1 game a day, I should still have the morning drop, like you like to call it. And I'm going to have the live show as well with the guys later on in the evening. So, come tune in with me as we continue to try to cook up this NBA playoffs.
That's right, Danny. You had to say that again, didn't you? It just cracks me up. But anyway, guys, Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Use the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. And, of course, make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications so when Jay drops, you get that video right away. And make sure you set those notifications. So when he's live, you're live with him to get those best numbers. All right, Jay, as always, good having you show. Have a great afternoon, evening. We'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
Yes, sir, Tony T. See you tomorrow, my guy.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive. Guys, if you missed a pick, we'll recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Woo! Let's continue on. Let's bring in El Nino. Should catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. We'll bring El in right now. We just got in. We got his game in time, so the game he wanted, we're going to get in because we're still about 15 minutes away from start time, but he will be around for the recap. El Nino's what's happening.
Going good. Yeah, I wasn't sure which one you ended up going with, but kind of glad you went with this one.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured you wanted this one based on who's on the mound. Anyway, here we go. Tonight, Angels here on the road, here to face the Orioles. We know it's going to be Ohtani on the hill, and of course, Ohtani is, big name, good in the results, but it's only 109. Well, Grayson Rodriguez has pitched well. Well, he has had his moments up and down this year. Let's face it, ERA over 5, but I think he's exceeded some expectations here. Low total here of 8.
Yeah, maybe, but who's definitely always keeps impressing us, no matter how impressed we are by this guy. He just keeps getting better and better. Shohei Ohtani getting the start here, as you mentioned, for the Angels, which would also push me to kind of lean on the first 5 innings a little bit more than the whole game. Although I do like them full game as well. You mentioned the line. Being such a short favorite. They did open closer to minus 125 to minus 135 around there, I believe. But, a lot of money, I believe, coming in on the Orioles. Yep. And they've been hot, one of the bigger surprises and playing well this team this season. Also doing well against the Angels. Historically, they've won the last 6 meetings in Baltimore against the Angels. But again, don't think they're going to win every one of them, and this is a great spot for the Angels to put an end to that trend with this pitching edge they have on the mound. So I'm looking at the Angels full game and first 5 innings.
Yeah, you're going to hit the Angels here. It's full game here. Minus 115 says, yeah, there's some minus 112s. There's even minus 108 in some sharp books offshore as well. This is the offshore. This is the sharpest book in the world showing minus 110. So Al Ninos here, Angels minus 115. Angels are playing better than expected, right? They've shown well this year. Just one game over 500. Baltimore, of course, that AL East power so far with 26-14 this year. But again, yeah, I mean, it just raises looking at this number. Grayson Rodriguez here, a young pitcher here, going against Ohtani. Ohtani's going to go deep in this game. I know the Orioles bullpen has performed well, but man, that just seems like a real short number there for a pitcher like Ohtani.
You mentioned a lot of potential in this Rodriguez, but again, so far it's just been potential in the MLB. So not great results so far in the majors, and on the other side, you've seen some of the best results we've ever seen out of Ohtani. So again, big edge for them, and yeah, he should go deep enough for us to be able to comfortably back them for the full game as well. So I like the Angels. It's just up to
and also too, we're seeing the money come on Baltimore here with his line move. But again, you do look at his last 3 starts here for Ohtani. They haven't been the greatest, right? Giving up 3 runs in 7, which is a quality start. That's pretty good against Houston. Then 5 runs in 5 innings against St. Louis, and then 5 runs in 6 innings here at home against Oakland. So you could probably see what's happening there. He's given up a little bit of runs there, but still overall numbers are solid.
Yeah, I mean, he's not going to be perfect forever, but it's I'm kind of glad he got a couple bad outings out the way, and he's not going to be bad forever either. So expect him to bounce back a little bit and have a good.
Strikeouts
a good enough outing, I guess.
Yeah, the strikeouts were still pretty good there. We have seen the total dip down from that opener of 8. I do remember this one opening 8. Yeah, opening 8. So we are seeing, actually the sharpest book in the world has it 7.5. This is the only 7.5, by the way, the sharpest book. So there's a lot of sharp money here. And I can say that because this is the sharpest book in the world. There's 7.5. Most everybody else is 8.
Yeah, they've also trended to the under 15, 6, and 3 the last 24 in Baltimore. So a lot of unders there, and if with Ohtani on the mound, it's never really a bad bet, I guess.
Ohtani trending, yeah. There's a lot of under trends here with Ohtani, as you'd expect. Teams that hit 255 or worse, unders come in 28-13. Team hitting 260 or worse, 30-13 to the under. So you could see here lots of under trends here in play here with Ohtani on the mound, as you'd expect here. Angels minus 115 here against the Brewers. This one has a start time here in about 10 minutes with Ohtani on the hill. All right, Al Ninos, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Spin for tonight's action. Of course, Al showing good results here in Major League Baseball. 863 units of profit. You can verify those numbers. Just go over to Pick Dodge Spin. You can verify them over at Pick Dogs. Great results from Al Ninos there. Tonight we've got, Major League Baseball is on the board, as well as that one big game from the NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, on a 5-0 run in the MLB there. So I got my $19 play, which is on a 13-4 run itself. I also have that included in my 3-pack today, all MLB. If you want to check that out, or again, never a bad time to get on those long-term or 2-for-1 caliber passes.
That's right, guys. Again, I'm board with Al Ninos over at Pick Dogs Premium. You see the great results from Al Ninos here. 860 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. So get on board with Al. The $19 premium play is up there for you right now. Or, again, as we've talked about during the show, the long-term passes will serve you even well. Get all of Al Ninos Premiums. Play. You want to try them out for 7 days. Get that 7-day All Sports Pass. All of Al Ninos Premium plays for 7 days. All this baseball. Remember, NBA, Eastern, and Western Conference Finals this week, as well as NHL as well, hitting into the conference final stages as well. So get on board with Al Ninos. Pick is a promo code, and you'll save 15% off any of the packages. But that 7-day pass is a great one here to start the week. All right, Al, as always, great having the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you again here at the end of the hour on the recap.
All right, yeah, I see someone going against Ohtani tonight in the chat. I want to see that in the comments so we can talk about it tomorrow when the results are in. But yeah, I'll see you in a minute, Tony.
All right, see you in a minute. Yeah, we're getting some folks in there looking to Bayano Tani over. All right, there we go. El Nino's here on the drive-thru. All right, guys, reminder, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. We are going to welcome in James Clark and catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. James will bring him in right now. He's guest here on the show on Monday and Friday. So if you're looking for James Clark, he's been good over the years here with the NBA postseason. And we got baseball tonight with no NBA in schedule for today. We'll bring James in right now. James, what's happening?
Not much, Tony. How you tonight, buddy?
Doing great. All right, here we go tonight. Major League Baseball. These Reds on the road here to face the Rockies. We see Cincinnati here at minus 123. Totals at 10.5.
Yeah, I'm looking at these. I'm looking at these two teams, guys. If you look at their last 5 games, the Reds 3-5 in their last 5 games. So was the Rockies. But I'm looking more at home field advantage here. I like the Rockies on the money line here. If you look, the Rockies are 8-11 at home, but if you look at the Reds, they're 6-13 away. They've only won 18 games so far this season. That means most of their wins have come to home. They won 18 games, so 12 wins have come home. They're not a good away team. The Reds are not, and you're getting plus money, which I think is a better lineup, as in hitting, that is. So I like the Rockies. They seem to play better at home, and I look for them to get a win tonight and get them closer to 500 here at home. And I really like the Rockies tonight, guys.
All right, James here on the Rockies, plus the 110 here against the Reds. Yeah, that's, on the pitch, as far as pitching goes, it does look like an advantage here for the Reds with Hunter Green, who's really shown improvement this year, getting the strikeouts. But again, it's the Colorado factor, right? How is this young kid in the second year going to deal with this with Colorado factor? Seabold, well, he come in with a better start here at Pittsburgh, and I guess he gave up 3 at home against Milwaukee, which isn't bad because the team ended up winning 9-6.
Yeah, they did, and they coming off a shutoff outing here against Philly the other night. Philly's got a tough lineup too. I know you're talking about 2 different pitchers, but Philly's got a better lineup. I swear, I think from top to bottom hitting lineup, the Rockies have a better lineup than the Reds do. I know Hunter's been doing decent this year, but his ERA's up. And the Rockies play a lot better when they're at home. Reds don't play nowhere near the type of the Reds baseball if they want to away. 6-13, you look at that, and then you look at this Rockies team that loves to play home more than away. So I really like the Rockies.
All right, we got James here on the Rockies, plus 110 here against the Reds. This one to have a start time, 8:40 Eastern time. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dog. Showing good results here in Major League Baseball for this year. Speaking of baseball, we have still 11 games on the card here for Major League Baseball, 12 game schedule, so we have 11 games on the board here. We have that one big hockey game on here tonight. Of course, we got the NBA playoffs resuming again tomorrow. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Guys, I got a 3-pack in the MLB, 3 games that I really love. Looking to go 3-0 tonight. After we go 3-0, upgrade 3-7. Or even a 30-day, guys. And I also got my MLB 10-star easy winner, a play that I really love. So if you don't want to get a 3-play, if you just want to get one game but you want to hammer to double your money, put some money in your bankroll to bet for the next few days, this is the play. I really love this play. So check it out. Or guys, like I say every time I'm on the show, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with any of the cappers. It's on the show or on the site. We'll put some money in your pocket.
That's right, guys. Got on board with James Clark over at Pick Dogs. Good results here in Major League Baseball. James here with a 3-pack up there. You can get on board with that. Or as James said, you want to hammer a play. He's got a play up there right now here. Easy winner here from James Clark, MLB up on the board. So get on board with that. Of course, you can also go longer term with James. The 3-7 30-day all sports pass. You got all of James' premium plays for that period of time to select. When you go over to his handicapper page and you make that purchase as well, also an MLB season-long pass, and of course baseball goes for a long time, right? We're looking until end of October, so we're barely in May 15th. We still have a good 5.5 months of baseball left when you count the postseason. So there's a lot of baseball, so you may consider that season pass. Remember, the pick is a promo code. You will save 15% off at checkout, which is nearly about $100 off that that MLB season pass from James. So get on board there with James Clark and make that savings to get that purchase there and get all of his baseball premium plays with that season pass. All right, James, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success, and we'll catch up with you at the end of the week.
All right, Tony. Appreciate you having me on the show, and good luck tonight, everybody. Let's cash some tickets.
Cash some tickets indeed. James Clark here on the drive-thru. Guys, reminder, if you missed a pick, we're going to recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Time to welcome in Rod Zawacki. You'll catch him over at Pick Dodge. Been good to us here on the show. Some a little disappointment here last night as the Oilers went down to the Vegas team. I thought Oilers were the best team in the Western Conference. I think a lot of people agreed on that. I think the odds even said that. Bring him in right now. Rod, what's happening? Look, we might have lost connection with Rod. I know earlier on when he signed in, we had connection. This was his starting picture, and then we lost connection with him. So we'll see what's happening with Rod. We'll get to him, and just hopefully we can catch him. Let me just send him a message here, signing in or on. Let me see here if maybe we get an update here from Rod. I will give him a text there. So I got his pick if we missed the pick. So let's continue on here on the drive. Let's get to my play, then we'll get back to Rod Zawacki here as we'll get my game up here for you. And we're going to be obviously looking at baseball. So let me put up the full screen here. Let's get the full odds. What do we have? Here we go. Tony's odds. Here we go. Cubs and Astros going off this afternoon here, evening, I should say, 8 Eastern time. Astros big favorites here. Total sits at 8. I'm going to be on this underdog here. I'm going to take here. Let me get the video ready here. Cubs here plus 173 here against the Astros. I think it's a good enough price here to go with this with the Chicago Cubs. I know Jameson Taillon is on the hill, and you can look at his ERA a little bit and kind of question that. But I don't really have that much issues with it when you look at his FIP. Right, the FIP is really what I look at. Taillon 5 starts, does have an ERA over 6. He does. The thing what I like is that he strikes out 28%. Limits his walks to 6.7%, 1.37 home runs per 9 innings, and his FIP of 3.64 suggests a drop in ERA if this form holds. I know Framber Valdez on the mound, pretty good numbers this year, can't argue that. But again, the team record behind Taillon, 21-5 when facing an AL team hitting 260 or worse. So against the weak hitting team, Taillon's been effective. And we know the Cubs hit left-handers, and let's face it, the Cubs are outperforming the Astros offensively. So with all that in play here, I'm going to go ahead and take this big underdog. I like this underdog very well here. Let's go with this Cubs team at plus the 173 here against the Astros. This one have a start time 8 p.m. Eastern time. All right, guys, check out Pick Dodge Stream right now. I do have some plays up on the board right now for you guys. I have a 3-pack with my $19 premium play bundled there with 2 baseballs. So a 3-pack from Major League Baseball, or you can buy my best bet $19 premium pick standalone. So don't buy them both, buy one or the other. If you just want my best bet, buy the best bet at 19. Or if you get my 3-pack, I have 3 premium plays there from Major League Baseball with my $19 premium play bundled in that 3-pack. So there you go. You make the call there with that. Also, my long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30 AL Sports Pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period. Just select. When you go over to my Handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save 15% off. All right, let's continue on here on the drive-thru. See, Rod Zawacki has signed back in again. We'll bring Rod in right now. Welcome. Rod, what's happening?
No, not too much roasting. It's hot.
Hot.
85 degree day. It's definitely hot.
Oh,
so when
man.
you're driving in the car, it's a little warm.
Whew, I can imagine that. Warm weather now hitting, at least getting that snow off the ground and melting, but roasting there in Canada from Rod. But here we go. Sorry what happened with the Oilers. That, again, disappointment there.
It happens. It happens, right? It's like same old story since 1993 for any Canadian team.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. So are you into this thing that's being fashionable to fire coaches even though they win a series or two and lose it? Seeing coaches get fired for losing series.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to get fired on the Oilers for what happened in that series. Maybe the Leafs might.
Yeah.
I don't think the Oilers are going to fire anybody. They're missing a few pieces. We still need a couple guys on defense. And we need to shore up our goalie on the back end. We took some stupid penalties just as much as the non-calls on Vegas didn't get called. So it happens. You have to beat the refs in Canada. That's what you got to do.
There you go. Yeah, you got from Rod. Okay, Rod, here we go. Interesting series here. It's going the distance here with these Kraken. These Krakens, we've seen it all season, so it shouldn't surprise us. We just look at, there's no way the Kraken can get through Avalanche. Oh, they got through. No way they get through the Stars. Well, here we go. Here we go. And on ESPN tonight, Stars big favorites minus 201 now, a total of 6.
Right, and you look. There's only one play where all the value is on this play is to take the Seattle Kraken on the money line at this giant price, at this plus money price. It's definitely disrespecting the Kraken. You look at the Stars in this series; it's 3-3, and Ottinger is going to get the start again for Seattle. And last time we seen him, well, he gave up 4 goals on 18 shots. In this series, he's given up 21 goals in the 6 games that he's started in this series. So if the Kraken can get to Ottinger like they have in all their wins, they definitely got a great shot to win this game. Grubauer is going to get the start for the Kraken. 7-6 these playoffs with the 3.05 goals against average. So both these teams are giving up about 3 goals a game. Both teams scoring about 3 goals a game. If this game got to overtime, would it surprise me? Not one single bit. I think we could get a sniff of overtime in this game. Might even go sudden death type thing, right? Might sprinkle a little bit on the full 60-minute tie. But I'm going to go with Seattle here. You look them on the road, 30-14, 1-3 on the road this season, and Dallas at home, 26-10, 9-2. So 11 of their games have went to overtime at home this season for Dallas. Only 21-26 to that puck line. Seattle 32-16 to that puck line. So if you want to throw the plus 1.5 into this parlay, I wouldn't talk you off that one either, because I think this is a 1-goal game either way. Either Dallas wins by 1 or Kraken wins by 2 or 3. But I'm going to go with the Seattle team here, and my reason why I think this Seattle team is going to win. Because NHL wants to see expansion team versus expansion team. Wouldn't that be a great Western Conference final? Expansion versus expansion. Go with the Seattle Kraken here. All the values on Seattle in this game.
Value there on Seattle here, plus 180. Do your shopping here in this one here against the Stars. And, you're looking at the scores, and it's surprising. I expected 2-1, 1-0, 3 2s. We're getting 6 3s, 5 2s, 6 3s, 7 2s in this series, and even 5 4.
Right? But we've seen 9 goals, 7 goals, 9 goals. We've seen 6 goals once. All the other ones have been 7 goals or more in every game between these two. So just like I said, 3 goals. Both teams have been giving up 3 goals a game. So I know in the video with me and Chris, we took the over again. How can you not? It's hit in all 6 games. Going back, it's hit in all 9 meetings. So yes, I like the over in this game as well. So I think goals come early and often. Not your typical game 7 where usually scoring comes at a premium. We'll go the other way. So if they bite me, I'm still up 6 on the over. So
sometimes
go with the over again.
Sometimes we see in these elimination games with a big underdog playing loose, nothing to play for. It's that home favorite that gets tight and whatnot. If we have like a tie game in the final 3 minutes, you're doing an in-live bet. Are you looking dog? Or are you looking maybe the favorite here if we get into one of those really tight, nerve-wracking games? Maybe we go into the overtime. Who would you like to win it if the game goes into overtime?
If it goes into overtime, I'm going to take the Kraken in overtime because just as you said, who's got the most pressure on them in this game? Dallas. They were at home and expected to win this one. Look at the price, minus 201. They're definitely expected to win this game. And what have we seen all NHL playoffs so far? The Dogs have come to roost and ruled the day. So let's go with the Kraken here in this one.
Yeah, I could see a series where Dallas doesn't want to make a mistake. And when you don't want to make a mistake, what happens? You make a mistake.
You make a mistake.
Right? Yeah. You can't play hockey that way.
No, you can't. You can't play conservative hockey because you end up making more mistakes than what you're trying to prevent from making mistakes in hockey. And that's what happens.
Yep, that's what happens, and you can see it a lot of times in these series where the underdog is live in the late, especially in a deciding game, where the defensemen make a bad pass. There's communication issues. They hesitate with the pass. They lose control of the puck. A lot of stuff on the mind here when these defenders in overtime are deep in their zone with the puck. And look for this Kraken to be could even force a turnover deep in these things happen a lot in these playoffs, especially in these deciding game 7, especially when you get into the overtime period. We got Kraken here plus 180 against the Stars. This one have a start time here 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's televised here by ESPN. All right. Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Print for tonight's action. Showing tonight, well, we've got that one big game from the NHL. We already have another game in progress, so 10 games on the board here from Major League Baseball. What do you have going over at Pick Dodge Premium?
And over at Pick Dodge Premium, we crushed my $20 MLB home run on Sunday. Looking to hit 2 in a row with that one. You can scoop it up over at Pick Dodge Premium, my top-rated play in MLB. Or you get my Money Monday triple, which includes that $20 MLB home run, as well as another MLB play, and my play that I love tonight on the ice in this NHL action. So scoop up the Money Monday triple. Let's start the week a nice winner. Excited about this week. Big week coming up.
Big week coming up, indeed, guys. Get on board with Rod Zawacki over at Pick Dodge Premium. Of course, big action tonight here on the ice, as well as with Major League Baseball with Rod, that $20 MLB home run. Get on board with that. Of course, here we are on a Monday. That 7-day pass is a great way to roll. Get all of Rod's premium plays for 7 days. It includes all his baseball for 7 days. Of course, we got the Western and Eastern Conference Finals from the NBA starting. Eastern and Western Conference Finals as well this week from the NHL. Once we get through this Game 7, and then we'll be ready to roll here with lots of exciting action on the ice and on the hardwood here as we head into the postseason from these two sports. And, of course, we'll continue with that baseball coverage as well from Rod. All right, Rod. Of course, Rod, you have a lot going on. I know you probably have a Preakness pick later in the week. I don't know if you're going to go chalk. I saw Mage right now 8-5.
Right? Mage is definitely the chalk. And then I've known the Preakness to be a little more chalky than the Kentucky Derby is what it was. It's known to be the chalkier of the two races, so good chance Mage wins it again. But I'll deep dive this week. I haven't had a chance over the weekend to deep dive into that, but I will this week. And you know me, I'll get you guys a play for you.
He gets you a play for you there, of course. So the Belmont is where you're going to look for the price, right? That's where you look for the price.
Definitely the Belmont. I'm looking for a big pricer there. Yeah, Mage is the favorite. I'll have to find some dog, find a dog in there, because you got to take the favor. You got to find a dog in there as well to get paid a little bit anyway.
I want to get your thoughts on this. Who do you like in this series price? Nuggets -165 against the Lakers +140 to win this Western Conference Final.
Lakers are a +140.
Yeah.
I'm in. Give me the Lakers a +140. I'm in. There's your answer. I'll take the Lakers. As I said, I think on Friday's show, yeah. I like Boston Celtics versus the Los Angeles Lakers. Both franchises have won 17 championships, and this would be the rubber match to see who wins the crown of the most championships of all the teams in the NBA. So I'm gonna go with the Celtics or Lakers final.
All right, Lakers finals. We won't ask Rod who wins that, because we got to see what happens, how these teams are health wise once we get through this Western, because these guys are all out in this one here. I don't think teams they don't really give games away. We saw the Lakers kind of give away games 5 and 2, 2 and 5 in their series, right? Because they protected home court.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't think they give away any here. I think it's all out. Everybody goes. Everybody's balling in this one. It'll be great. There's going to be some great basketball matchups here in the Eastern Western Conference Finals. Great.
Lakers flew in. They flew yesterday morning. They got into Denver in the afternoon, so they got Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday to acclimate here.
Nice.
So they were working out today. They look pretty serious. They've been televising these workouts, and LeBron working out without his shirt. These guys
I see some. They were asking LeBron, going, "Well, you think you're on borrowed time here? You think you just borrowed your way here? What's going on?" He's like, "What? I don't think so. I think that just poked the bear, and he's going to be even more focused. That's why they're there 3 days early, ready to go. It's going to be great.
They got there early.
Yeah, great Western Conference Final. This is going to be great.
I'm looking forward. I like both. I mean, the Jimmy Butler does add some drama there with the good coach for Sprosa on Miami there. Of course, you're picking Boston and the Lakers. Do you look at any of these series going 7?
If both went 7, would you be shocked?
Not really.
I can see both go 7. I wouldn't be shocked. NBA gets the money worth and the value. The more games they play, the more revenue gets brought in. So I wouldn't be shocked if both hit 7.
Yeah, this is a repeat of the Final Four we had 3 years ago during the pandemic series, right? And of course, that ended up Lakers, Miami. Didn't get to. Everybody thought Boston. Boston never get there.
And Boston didn't get there, no. So,
but no home courts. There were no home courts in that last one. It was in the bubble.
It was in the bubble. Yeah, exactly, right? It was in the bubble.
Yeah, who was that player that got busted? Who got suspended for bringing a lady into his room? Remember that when that happened?
Yeah, what was that guy's name, right? Yeah. I forgot. Yeah, you're like,
my
yeah,
God.
you're not allowed to sneak her in here.
Yeah, once they got in there, and I think a couple of Clippers got in trouble because they left the room and they went outside. They went to some pizza joint.
Because they went out.
Yeah,
Right? Yeah, they went out. I think they went to a strip club or something,
that's
didn't
right.
they? They were like,
Yeah, they
they went to a
did.
strip club, and they were like, "You can't go out to the strip
Lou
club."
Williams. Lou Williams. Thank you, D Mills. It was Lou Williams who did that.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
Funny stuff there. Oh, we got Snow, Cerro coming in, Nuggets, Celtics. A lot of people getting ready. This is gonna be exciting. I like this part. Really good Final Four here, Rod. I can't argue any with these teams. I want to see them. I thought Denver. I saw the Denver preseason game. I knew they were the team that was going to be number one. I didn't expect the Lakers to do this though.
No, nobody expected the Lakers to come up the way they have in these playoffs, and ain't good on them. It's not like the Hockeys of they don't hand them the games. These guys are actually playing hard and winning these games.
Yep, no doubt about that. They knocked out the champs, right? They knocked out the champs, and of course the Kraken knocked out the champs too, right?
They did. The Kraken knocked out the champs, and now they're looking for another knockout right here tonight. Let's get us Kraken.
Get the Kraken. There we go. We're going to get the cracker in indeed. D Mills is saying lemon pepper wings. I guess there was this place that had some awesome wings, and they didn't like the wings there in the bubble, so they went out there to get the lemon pepper. That was their excuse. I think there was a little more to the story.
Yeah, that's right. They went to get the wing. They made the excuse that we went to get the wing. The wings you gave us here in the bubble were awful. We had to go out, so we had to go out for wings. It's your fault.
Yep. You got to put them in that steel pan. You got to shake them. You can't just come out of the fryer and just throw them in like that. It's horrible.
Yeah, they were horrible. So we had to go out for wings. That's exactly what we did. So.
Absolutely. All right, Rod. Okay, remember, Rod, okay, so we got you there in the mornings here, 10 a.m. each time with the morning show. You and Chris with the Puck Dog video series as we get into the Eastern and Western Conference Finals coming up this week.
Yeah, definitely subscribe, that way you get notified when those Puck Dogs videos get released. Me and Chris love shooting those videos on the Eastern and Western Conference Finals, so definitely tune into those. We'll try to find a parlay here and there with some player scorers and some props where we can. Definitely dig in, so check that out. Also, join us in the morning show. The gang will be back all together tomorrow. I missed this morning. I could not get any internet. I was like, this is awful. So, sorry, Elvis on the morning show. Was not hiding. Definitely was not hiding from the Oilers loss. It happens. Welcome to the... It happens.
That's right. Up in the rural area. It's improving, though. We got the internet's improved a lot.
It is. At home? Look at my internet at home. I have no issues. I can actually, remember before, if I moved around, oh, man, it would be like...
Yeah. All right, I say, how you doing, Rod? And we have to wait 5 seconds. Doing great, Tony.
Yeah, exactly. I was so delayed and frozen. It's great.
That's great. No complaints. Looking great. All right, Rod, have a great evening. Enjoy the hockey and baseball tonight. We'll catch up with you tomorrow because it'll be a good show tomorrow as we start Western Conference Finals.
Definitely, exactly. See you tomorrow, Tony. Have yourself a good night, everybody.
You got it. Rod Zawacki here on the drive-thru. You got my picks. You know what it's time for now? It's time for the recap. So Al Ninos is standing by. So let's get to the recap. Al Ninos will join us here on the recap for tonight. So let's go ahead and bring up the recap here. Let's see here. Well, actually, before we get to the recap, because Al Ninos is not on the screen, let me get you guys caught up on the scores first. Then we get to the recap. They've done it again. Nationals have closed at 10-3. They beat the Mets. Big dogs here, plus 148. Total goes over a total of 10. Mets continue to have their struggles, no doubt. In progress right now, bottom first, no score, Angels and Orioles. Remember, Ohtani on the hill tonight here against Grayson Rodriguez. Angels out, no score in the top of the first. We go to the bottom first, scoreless in this one. And, of course, starting still is the Yankees and Blue Jays. Blue Jays moved up a tad here to minus 149 as the favorites. All right, we got you guys cut up on all the scores for the games in progress. So let's get to the recap here. We'll be joined here by Al Ninos. Al to join us on the recap. All right, Al, we started off with Brian. He liked Phillies, Giants under 8.5. David was on the D-backs run line, laid the run in half, minus 137 against Athletics. Jay was on the Blue Jays, laid the minus 142 against the Yankees. Al Ninos, Angels, minus 115 here in their game. We had, it was not against the Brewers, against the Orioles. We had James here on the Rockies, plus 110 Reds. Rod on the Kraken, that big one, plus 180 against the Stars. And you don't know what my pick is? You got to know. You guys knew what it was. It was the Cubs, plus 173 here against the Astros. All right, Alninos, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Yeah, real quick, you mentioned the Angels game still being scoreless, but I know our friend O's fan for life 10 was sweating it there when the Angels had runners on second and third. I'll go with the Rockies here. They've been playing pretty well. Tough pitching matchup tonight, but at home I think they could get the job done.
The Rockies will get the job done there. I'm going to go here with David's pick on on D-backs run line. I think this Athletics team's, you got Rosinski with an ERA near 8, and you got the bullpen with an ERA near 7, and the D-backs hitting a little better. I like that one there. All right, that's going to do it here for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. Make sure you guys tune in again tomorrow here live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring our cappers here from Big Dogs and Sports Chat Places. We'll go over their plays in real time. Don't forget, it always gets started here with the morning show. 10 a.m. Eastern Time. The crew's back again with Mitch and, of course, Chris and Rod Zawacki. Don't forget all the betting, the series here. The Betting Tool Show with Mitch, 7 picks in 5 minutes as well. Nerfies from Mitch. We also have the Puck Dogs video series with Rod and Chris. Don't forget Ron Romnelli with his Major League Baseball breakdown, a pick from every game from the Major League Baseball card. Of course, Jay's Jam Session with a morning drop and live at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for the Western Conference Final game for tomorrow, as well as Nerfies here from Nick, and of course we've got the Mike Davis Show 2 Eastern Time. We also have his he has lots going. The prize picks as well as that first 5 innings picks as well, and of course we also have our man Mills. Mills has his video series up here with his props of the day, and of course lots of video series here, guys, on Pick Dog. So make sure you like, subscribe, and set those notifications so when these videos drop, you're there to get them in real time. All right, I'd like to thank everybody on the chat room today. Of course, with our man Ranger Painter Life in there, like the Lakers in 6, Boston in 5, Tito Dorito in there, as well as Dean Mills, Nick Beats Vegas, shout out to you as well, Nicholas Handy as well, shout out there for you as well. Darren Turner looking great, liking the Kraken in there tonight, as is Rise Above Anything in there. Of course, Mims in there as well as Victor Joseph, Joshua Hurd, Bo Dunn. Shout out to all you guys. That's going to do it for the show. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew tonight. Well, goodbye, guys. You guys have a great afternoon, evening, and